Hey y'all, it's Courtney, and today I want to talk to you guys about something. Something that I'm dealing with right now. And I want to talk about this in particular because today I noticed it. Something happened today that made me realize why I'm doing what I'm doing. This down just a little bit. So, I have been a lot more irritated with, I don't know, the bullshit around here. The regular bullshit that goes on, you know? Now, of course, certain things I've always gotten riled up about, but, you know, in the past, I've always just kind of kept my mouth shut about things in public. You know, if I had an opinion about something, sometimes I would tell my friends or whatever, but I didn't, make a big stink publicly or anything like that, or, leave a bunch of comments or anything like that. Because usually I try to stay out of drama, which, drama community, hello. But I think I'm known for being a pretty nice, easygoing, nice to everybody kind of person, because that's what I try to be. Aside from a few people in this community that I really don't like, and I think it's pretty clear who I don't like, and I don't even hate I don't hate MFW. I think she's selfish and childish, and amongst a few other things, but I don't hate her. Now, the other people that I can't stand, I'm not even going to say I hate them, but I just really don't like them. So I've been kind of messing with MFW a little bit here recently, because she's been being a brat. You know, she's been acting really bratty with her boyfriend, who seems to be, and you know what? We don't see everything. We don't see everything that goes on. I'm sure he's not perfect. I'm sure. But she showed us enough to see that she doesn't treat him very nice. And I left a comment this morning on her live stream from last night, with her boyfriend. I'm not going to say his name or anything because he doesn't have anything to do with this, you know what I mean? And this isn't even really about her either. But I did leave a comment this morning, and it said, literally, this is what it said. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. It wasn't even, mean, I didn't think. And, you know, I have said things that were mean, and I regretted saying, but I'm never, straight up just calling people names and this and that, you're disgusting, you're this, you're that. I don't just, go in on people usually. Usually I just make observations of what I see in their character. I never go after somebody's looks. I never go after things that they cannot help. So literally the comment that I left this morning was, she said something in her live stream about, you're just happy because you got a point. Because you were just happy because I said you were right, so you got a point. And every time I've heard her argue with him or whatever, she brings that up multiple times. It's like not a game as in they playing, but a game as in scoring points on each other. It's always, I said, it's always about gaining points with her, instead of, she only worries about how it looks to other people rather than fixing the issues. And it must have really rang true because she was very upset with it. Dang it, now I wish I could show you guys the response. But she talked about it on her live stream today, and she posted my comment on her Twitter. I didn't even think it was that mean of a comment. I saw some really mean ones on there that were going after things that she can't help, like her skin, her face, anything like that, I'm not gonna talk about, because you know what? Fuck that. That's not how I roll. I'm not gonna make fun of her appearance, or anybody's appearance for that matter. I'm not even making fun of her. I was just making an observation, really. But that got me thinking. Man, I have been like acting out lately. Like, I've been saying things more whenever I feel like it. If I feel them, I've just been saying it. And usually I'm like, I'll keep it to myself, or I might tell a friend, like, oh, that's bullshit, or, but never like making tweets or leaving comments on people's videos that I don't necessarily like. Usually I wouldn't say I don't have the balls to do that, but I just don't like I don't like confrontation. And I've noticed recently that that has not been how I've been dealing with things. I've just been like, fuck this, fuck you, fuck that. So irritable and so irritated and angry. And so that really made me want to talk about grief today. Because it got me thinking this morning, and I was like, why is all of a sudden this change, And the only thing that I could think is grief. Anger. Grief. I'm grieving right now. I know that I'll say this a million times. I know to some people this seems stupid, because it was just an animal, but to me it wasn't. To me it was my family, and you will never tell me different, and you will never make it hurt less because it wasn't a person or an actual family member or my blood. Just because it just won't take the pain away or lessen the pain, just because he wasn't my blood child or my, you know what I mean? So I'm fucking grieving, man. And it doesn't make it okay to say nasty things and do nasty things to people. It doesn't, which I don't even think I'm really doing anything nasty. Obviously the comment hurt her. Obviously it did, or she wouldn't have jumped on it like she did, because she was pretty upset about it. Hold on, let me get to that comment so that I can tell you guys what it said. Okay, so I found it. So my literal comment, right there, it's my daughter's phone, so the screen's all scratched up. I don't keep my things like this, but I said it's all about, in quotations, gaining points with her. All she cares about is who looks right, or who is right, who looks right to people on the outside, not making things better. And I didn't really, like I said, I didn't think it was that bad. She messages me back. Like I said, why are you on my fucking channel? You're invited to watch my shit at all. Maybe she meant you're not invited to watch my shit at all? I don't know. Go back and support your woman-beating, child-taking advantage of friend, Ron. Now get the fuck out of here, bum. You're disgusting. Wallati freaking daw. God, Katie. And the only thing that bothered me that she even said was like, she was like, if you don't want these people to keep coming around and this and that, stop going to their channel and supporting them and this and that. And my thing is, people don't come to my channel because they want to hear me shit talk her. I have never made a video talking about her at full length. I've made comments and I've made tweets, kind of, trash talking a little bit. It's the drama community, but I have literally never made a full-length video saying anything about her. Like I said, I might have made a comment here or there, but literally a comment, not ever talking about her at length. So I don't really know why she thinks I hate her so much, because I don't even really hate her. I just think that she's acting like a brat. I mean, so what? I don't like her, but I don't hate her guts either. I think that's a little bit far for somebody that's on the internet. That I just think she needs to treat people better. That's all. And you know what? I need to treat people better. Because I usually do treat people very good. But I've been noticing lately that I think I've been hurting feelings because people are so used to me being so nice, and then I'm out here like, throwing shade and stuff, and people aren't used to it coming from me, so they think it's like really bad. But it's not even that I'm acting out because I'm grieving, I'm hurting, I'm upset. The 5 stages of grief is denial, denial, anger, denial, anger, bargaining. I think that's what it is. Bargaining. It's like like basically telling God, if you don't take so and so from me, I promise I'll never do another bad thing. So bargaining, depression, and I forget the last one, but it's basically being okay again. Or not okay, but learning how to deal with it. And for me, I know everybody grieves, but for me especially, oh God, I'm naked. But for me especially, grieving is very hard, because I am a recovering addict. And I don't like to throw that in every video, but it always ties back into the way that I act, the way my life is, everything. It affects everything that I do, because people that suffer from addiction, of any sort, not just drug addiction, but any type of drug or any type of addiction, usually don't deal well with change. And grieving is not just about somebody dying or having a terminal illness or whatever. It's dealing with the change of life when you realize that nothing will ever be the same and you will never see this person again. I will never see him again. And change is hard for everybody. But especially with an addict, it's especially hard because if change wasn't hard for me, then I wouldn't have stayed addicted to drugs for a decade. You know what I mean? If it wasn't hard for me to deal with change, I'd have put it down and never picked back up again, instead of trying and failing multiple times. So it's not just losing somebody, it's dealing with the change in your life as well. And I'm not good with change. I don't like change. I'm scared of change. Because change usually equals discomfort. For anybody, not just an addict, but for anybody. Change is uncomfortable sometimes. So, hold on. Okay, well, I was trying to wait until my neighbors left, or their company left, because the truck is really loud, but I don't know when they're leaving, so it's fine. But grieving sucks, and I'm in that spot right now where, and they say 5 stages of grief, but it's not the same for everybody grieves differently. Not everybody goes through every single stage. Not everybody, I think I just got over the disbelief part where I'm like, I can't believe. I mean, I'm still feeling that in a way. Let me kick my husband's ass. I'm still feeling that in a way, but in another way, like it's sinking in. So now I'm feeling angry about it, and like, how is that fair? Like, the people have dogs that live to be 25 years old sometimes, and that's really old and doesn't happen often, but you would at least think my dog that we took good care of and treated like a family member would at least live to be 10. He was 7. So it's hard to sink in because it just doesn't feel real. He was fine and then dead. So it's really hard for that disbelief or for the realization to sink in. So I'm angry, and now I'm going through anger and the depression part, which I'm always depressed. So that makes it even harder to grieve too, because I feel like I'm not allowed to grieve, because when I grieve, I get in a really low place, and then I'm afraid I can't get back out if I grieve healthy. And that's what happened to me last time, though, is I didn't allow myself to grieve correctly, and I got down in a hole right after my mom died, and I lost my son, and my ex and my sister slept together all within like a month, and everything was just down, 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 and I got down in that hole, and it took me years to get back out. So now I'm afraid to let myself get down at all. Because I don't want that to happen again. But I also have to let myself grieve, because if I don't, I'll just stay in this anger and this just irritable, like, I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. It's hard to talk about, because I usually try to put a mask on and tell everybody, oh, I'm fine, I'm doing okay, and whatever. But talking helps me. I figured that out, that talking does help. In the years of counseling, I didn't start grieving and healing correctly until I started going to counseling and talking to somebody. So I know for a fact that talking about things or talking things over help me. Oh, and the other part, that's what I forgot. Oh man, now I just forgot it again. I thought of the other part, and then it just left again as soon as I heard that loud truck. I don't know. I think it had something to do with bargaining, the bargaining part, but I can't remember what. I don't know. Maybe I'll think of it again here in a minute. But it just sucks. I'm trying to be more open about things, because I want my channel to be about mental health and addiction and that kind of stuff. But how can I really let you guys in if I'm always masking and putting on a happy face and pretending like I'm okay? That's not being real. You know what I mean? And it's not that I'm being fake with you guys, because I am naturally, well, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm always faking. I don't know. It's so weird. It's so weird. But anyways, if I've said anything to anybody that has hurt their feelings recently, I probably didn't even mean it that way. There's no but. I apologize. If I hurt your feelings, or if I've done something that hurt your feelings, I apologize. Just because I'm going through a hard time doesn't make it okay to hurt other people. Period. So, that's that. Oh, I forgot to say this earlier, but she definitely said that that to stop watching people, and it will make them go away, and even hate watching promotes people and this and that. You guys know that are my normal subscribers. People don't come over here for that. People come over here because I make videos about completely different stuff. It's usually not about drama. So that was like, it's obvious that, she's, I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I think she just was going off based off of tweets, and she thinks that I'm like a major hater, but I'm really not. I just, whenever I see something, I have been saying it recently, and I don't know. I'm just going through a rough time, and I need to try to not be so reactive. So, anyways, guys, oh, and I also wanted to say, I'm probably going to make a little video about this, because a lot of people probably still aren't here, but I wanted to tell you guys that I am almost a week off of Neurontin or gabapentin. Almost a week off of gabapentin, completely. So, I'll make another video about that and talk to you guys about it. And I love y'all so much. And we are going to make a Christmas tree decorating video later on this evening. So, make sure and catch that. All right. Love y'all.